Now you got a training inside your back office, okay? And what we do here is the first strategy that we use to help gain and grow cash flow is called correcting the W-4. We have to correct the W-4. Why? Because it's incorrect 80% of the time for people making $100,000 or less. That's most people in this country. Now, you get to this by going to the IRS website. Now, there's a video in the back office under your income shifting membership tab. Watch the video. And it is of the utmost importance, in my opinion, to take people through this process. Because, see, you got to get them on track. You can't just say, okay, watch the video. No, you better get with them and take them through this. Now, what they're going to need is their most recent pay stub and some idea of how much money they're going to make for the year. So this IRS calculator takes us through a series of questions, and then we come up with some calculations. And here's the problem, folks. There's many reasons why this is filled out wrong 80% of the time. Number one, is filled out wrong because when you go to HR and say, hey, what do I put on this? They start talking about, we can't tell you what to put on there. Okay. And then you might have somebody just saying, well, you do this, and they don't even know what they're talking about. So you got somebody that don't know what they're saying trying to tell you something. That's the person sitting next to you in HR. And then the HR manager or whoever, the resource person that gave you the paperwork, they told they can't tell you. And now they got a whole worksheet. Now, we already know how that ended up. Now, when you was just supposed to put 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, it was wrong. Now you're supposed to put dollar amounts. It's definitely wrong, 98% of the time now. But now look at this. Let's get down to some questions here. So we follow this process. You need the most recent check stub. If you haven't done this already, you brand new in my account. Get it done, get it done, get it done. I'm going to explain why. Now.
Hey, John, can you go full screen?
Full screen. Let's see here. How about that? That better?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, now, head of household. Let's go ahead and get head of household in here. Okay, so we head of household in this example. This is a mother of 2 children. Okay, may another taxpayer claim you as a dependent? That's the answer should be no. So we're going to click no here. Okay, dependents. We have 2 children in this example. See, we just answering questions. Okay, now, do you or will you hold a job this year with paychecks from which federal income tax is regularly withheld? Yes, we got taxes coming out. Now, we want that to be as little as possible. Because remember, you need your money. You need your money. The government don't need it. They got enough, apparently. They give it away. They print up as much as they can. So I think you just better make sure you got you some. Don't worry about if the Democrats got some. Don't worry about if the Republicans got some. You better make sure you got some at your house. Now, how many jobs? We just got 1. Now, I know people got 5, but we got 1 in this example. Okay? Will you receive income from a pension? No, I'm too young for a pension at this moment. Okay? Now, we got some other things. These might be some things that a person has. They might receive some Social Security, so they need to check that box. Okay? Receive a scholarship. They may have that. All right? Unemployment. We had a lot of that going on in the last 18 months, right? So they got to follow through with all this. But in this example, we don't have any of this stuff. All right? I'm not blind because I can see what I'm typing. Okay? I'm not 65. Y'all can look at me and tell. So next. Now look at the job here. Okay? Do you expect to hold this job the entire year? Yes, I expect to. They may try to do something different, but I expect to have it all year. Okay? So we just take it into things into account. Now, how frequently are we paid? In this example, every 2 weeks, right? See, sometimes people tend to shy away from this process of doing the W-4 with new people. They think it's something complicated. It's really not. It's a simple process. Simple things is typically what gets people wealthy. It's doing simple things over and over and over again. Okay, think about the pet rock. That was a simple thing. Somebody got rich on that. And some people say, well, people should just know how to do this. Yeah, but they should, but they don't. They don't do this. If they did know how to do this, because sometimes people say, well, why would somebody pay to have y'all do this? Why would they? Why wouldn't they? They pay to go to get a degree from a school where they can go to the library and get all the information for free. Now they got YouTube. Why? See, people need a coach and a system to take them through things. MyEcon is that system. We sell it for $39.95 a month. $39.95. Now, on what date did your most pay period end? Okay, that thing right here, let's do it on the 3rd. Okay, how much do I expect to receive this year? So I expect to make $62,000 in this example. Bonuses. Now, I don't have one of those jobs where they give out bonuses, so we're going to say no bonuses in this example. But if y'all got some, you put it here. Now, using your last pay statement, see, this is where the pay statement comes into play. All right. Now, how much federal taxes came out year to date? So we're going to put $3,200. Okay. Pay period. How much came out this particular pay period? We're going to say $275. All right. Now, do you put money into a 401k plan? In this example, I'm going to say yes. But a lot of times, I mean, I've done W-4s for people in the last month, and they make $100,000 a year, $80,000 a year, $120,000 a year. They put $200 a month in the 401k. That's not enough. Remember, you're trying to get to $1 million in most cases in assets. $200 a month ain't gonna get it. Now, if you start out in your 20s, maybe that might get you there. You go to 65. But here's the problem with that. Because I know people say, well, yeah, they told me if I just do $250 a month, I'll be, yeah, that's true. But when you was in your 20s, did you save any money? I know I didn't. I didn't save very much at all. I was trying to live because I didn't make very much. So I had to take everything, trying to have a place to stay, have a little car, all this, have a little food, had a daughter, okay? Have something set aside for a date every now and again. Hey, look up, let's go, right? So in your 20s, I don't see us saving very much money. You get into your 30s, you start buying stuff, you're buying homes, you get into your career, you're buying better cars, you're spending more money. Because daycare, it becomes more and more difficult. Everything seems to cost more. Then we get 40, 45 years old, we're like, whoa, I better do something. Yeah, you better do something, but you're running late. Now you need to invest $1,000+ a month. So we got to put money in that 401k. So in this example, we're going to do $3,000 a year. We're just going to say $3,000, but it should be more than that. Okay. I think everybody need to be $1,000 a month plus. I don't care where you are. You need to try to get to that. I think that makes much, much more sense. Now, will you contribute to HSA? In this example, no. Okay. No HSA going on right now. Next. Now I need to see these adjustments. Why do I need to see these adjustments? Because I might have some of this stuff. Student loan interest deduction, educator expense. I might have some of that. Health savings account in addition to what I already have from payroll. Moving expenses in armed forces. Alimony. Maybe hopefully you got any of this, but sometimes this is going on, right? But down here, certain business credits for reservists, performing arts. This is where we can take myEcon into account. Because remember this, ladies and gentlemen, 80 to 90%, really 90+% of people in this country, they don't have a home-based business. They just have a job. They make all their income from a job. And the problem with this is they got very low deductions. So here we're going to take into account $5,000 in deductions. Now, sometimes people say, well, isn't that a lot, John? No, it's not. Because think about it. Most people that join our system, they're going to pick up somewhere between $10,000 and $30,000 in tax deductions on things that they're already doing. Driving their car, paying their cell phone bill, paying their internet bill, taking care of their kids, traveling, all these things. Start adding them up, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Every $10,000 in tax deduction save you $2,500 to $3,000 on taxes. Very simple. By just joining the system, it puts you in a better system, better place financially. And what we got to do is we got to be better at conveying that message to the prospect. Better at conveying that message to the new enrollee. Because when they start to understand this, they'll never quit myEcon. Only people that quit myEcon is people who don't understand myEcon. Now, so we go here, click next. Now, itemized deductions. Most people don't take the itemized deductions anymore. Things changed the last couple of years. So most of them take the standard. So we're going to go standard here. Let's click on next here. Wait. Yep, right here. Okay. Now we need to see the tax credits here. I need to see the tax credits. Why? Because I got some children. Or I might have some other stuff in here. But in this scenario, we don't got all this alternative minimum tax. We're not doing anything with those, but we do got two chillins, as they call them, two children. So both of them are under 17 in this example. So I'm gonna put 2. And now we may get some stuff down here, but I'm gonna leave this blank for a second. Okay. Now let's go down to next. Now, as you can see right here, this person would receive a refund of $5,400. They're going to overpay their taxes. And while I like using this system, it says clearly right here, estimated overpayment, which means refund. Because see, sometimes when we tell people that, they don't tend to believe it. We tell them it's a refund, it's an overpayment. We've been conditioned to think that the tax refund is the scenario that we're supposed to have going on. And the bigger the refund, the more excited people get. No, the bigger the refund, the more you've overpaid. Okay? So now, if I go out of here and just do some calculations, all right, and I do 5,400, divide that by 12, we're overpaying by $450 every month. And I want you to keep that number in your brain, 450. But let's go back to this. So you don't want to make sure this is full screen. So we full. Now, we got to figure out how to get this money. I don't know if I need to be waiting 12 or 13 months to get this money back. I don't see why. I think you need the money right now. See, myEcon gets you on the path and the process to growing your finances using a strategy, even if you have not sold very much. What if you're not good at the recruiting? What if you're not good at making TikTok videos? What if you're not good at, selling and recruiting and training and all this stuff? You can get good, but in the early days, you just learning, right? Within 10 to 14 days, we got some more money back on your paycheck. Here's how. We go down here, we scroll this baby back, right? We keep going here. All right, because I already had somebody that went in, so I can't take it all the way back. All right. Uh-oh. What happened there? I go back to my results. Okay. All right, now. It says to get the refund, desired refund amount, $39 withheld from each paycheck was $236 less than your current tax withholding. So right now, I got too much. So I'm trying to get that back, right? So I need to get $236 less. So if I adjust the W-4 and change the W-4 in this scenario, guess what? I'm going to get 236 times 2 per month. Now that's a pretty good deal. That's over $400+ every month. I can do something with that. See, and sometimes we get lost and we say, well, I income shifted. No, that's the start of income shifting. Yeah, you get that money. Now, you can income shift a whole bunch of ways. You can shift it right into some debt. Go buy another car. Some people do that. I don't think that's the wise choice, but remember, at myEcon, we don't tell you what to do with your money. We tell you how money works. Now, it's your job to do something. Okay? It's your job to do something with that money. But you could take it and do something else with it. Like maybe pay off the credit cards with some of the government's money. That's a pretty good deal. Because remember, we put a home-based business on here too. And we're very conservative with the home-based business. And look at this scenario. They make $60-something thousand, and they will pay zero taxes. Zero taxes. Because of this whole process. Now it says how to adjust. Just click this little button right here. Boom. It's step-by-step instruction on how to fill out the W-4. And you just go 1, 2, 3, bam. And if you just can't read, here's what you do. Just click on Form W-4. Boom. You're not hooked on phonics quite yet. So we got this. So we go right here. Boom. A pre-filled W-4. Now you should know how to write your name and address up here. Boom, boom, boom. 9-3 is already filled out. Sign your name. You've been doing that for 20 years. You know how to do that. Put the date on there. Just look at your cell phone. Turn in. Now on your next paycheck, you get an extra $236 back on that paycheck in 10 to 14 days. Uh-oh. Hey, just tell that story. I bet you become a better recruiter. Just say, hey, I look at a system called myEcon. They put another $4 in my paycheck. Now I'm taking that money. I'm paying on my car a year early. Hey, I bet that's a good testimony. I bet that's a good testimony. Right? But now let's get down to it. Let's go right here. Remember, they talk about debt being a curse. There's a couple things. But let's say we just took that money. Let's say it was $450 every month. Easy in this rate, this economy, we get 12% easy. Go to one of June's classes, go to your back office. Okay, we got training class back there to show you how to pick a great mutual fund. I mean, you could almost just throw a dart and get 12% now. 12% is my floor. I remember somebody was asking me, well, John, where you get 12%? Anywhere other than your bank account. Other than your bank account. They say, John, I don't know if that's realistic. I was literally doing a presentation. Somebody said, I don't know if that's realistic. I took them over to some stuff I invest in. I was up 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% in the last 12 months. I said, now this is not typical for everybody. I said, but don't see, you got to be armed with information because you got people that don't know what they're talking about giving financial advice. And they open their mouth and they giving wrong information and messing a whole bunch of people up. Now, remember, we're not financial advisors, but we do just be armed with information. Now, let's do this. Now, see, remember what I said. I said you're going to be somewhere for 20, 30, 40 years of your life. See, even if you don't build a big myEcon business, you probably going to work a job somewhere, do something to make some money somehow, and you're going to do whatever that is. That might be for the next 10 years of your life, 15 years of your life, 20 years of your life. Well, don't give that money to the doggone government. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now let's do this for the next 15 years. Boom, calculate. That's a $224,000 decision. That's a $224,000 decision in myEcon. myEcon ain't a $39.95 decision. It's a several $100,000 decision. Now, what if you took that and paid off your doggone credit cards a little bit first, and that was $200 a month? You was paying on that. So now you got that money back. That's $650. Now do that for these next 15 years. Bam. That's a $324,000 decision. Now, this is what income shifting looks like. When Ivy Stokes said Keith Tucker paid off $100,000, took $2,400, bam, dropped it in the investment account every month. This is what that looked like. See, some of us are lowering the standard of what myEcon is. Income shifting is the best business proposition, the best business opportunity, the best product that you can ever see. It's bigger than any industry. It's bigger than any product. And we sell it at the lowest price possible because we want everybody to do it. We pay out the highest commissions possible. Can't nobody even touch us. We'll get to that in a minute. And here's the other thing. Let's go back to this. See, Coach Alexander said something about debt being a curse. See, we got to get this down in our mind. That's not something we just say. It is a curse. You buy a $200,000 house. Your credit's just okay. Okay. You got a 5% interest rate. You didn't get the best. You got 5. Okay. Because you under 700. But they're going to still give you a doggone thing, right? You got 30-year mortgage. Boom. Okay, your payment is $1,073. But that's not the end of the story. See, remember, we're sold the idea that we can do anything on payments and it's not a big deal. First of all, 75% of this is interest for the first 15, 16, 17, 18 years. That's a problem. But that ain't the end of the story. Here's the rest of it. Let's do the calculations, and then we're going to be done. So we take $1,073, multiply that times a 30-year term. You're going to pay $386,000, $386,280 to be exact, for a $200,000 house. Now, when is that house going to be? Now, I know they got crazy valuations out. When that house going to be $300,000. Even if it went to the 400,000, guess what? You still just break it even. You ain't made no money. Because think about all the money that you spent on payments, all you spent on taxes. And we sold the idea that this is our biggest asset. No, I don't think so. And how can you win paying for something twice that wasn't even worth the paper it was printed on when they gave you the first price? It's a sham. All the prices are artificial. They told me my house was up $17,000 in the last 30 days. I'm like, how? Where? I didn't upgrade anything. I didn't update anything. How? Guys, we got to get to the point where we got better credit. Boom. Look, payment go down. And then we go 843. See, all this is the process. I know we talking about the W-4, but all this is the process, guys. All this play together. That saved you a little bit more. But then how about this? Let's really income shift. Take some extra cash, pay down some debt, pay down some car notes, pay off a lot of this stuff. And wait a minute, make some money. Make $2,000 or $3,000 a month in my econ. And then take all that and drop it on this thing, drop it on this thing, drop it on this thing. All right? And then you pay this thing off in 15 years, 10 years, 7 years, and you don't pay $200,000 in interest. See, my econ starts that process with the W-4. We continue the process by sharing with others. Then we make money, and we make that money and we income shift again. We shifted it from my econ's bank account to your bank account. I got a decision to make this morning. Money hit the bank account. What am I going to do with it? Well, I already made a plan to put some of that in the investment account. I got an investment decision to make by the end of this doggone Super Saturday. If you don't tell your money what to do, it will do a whole lot of what you don't want it to do. And that is my time for the W-4 and income shifting. And I think I can relinquish my hold on this call this morning.